Hi everyone, my name's Cheryl Hurst. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Sydney, Australia. How are you today? Today we're going to do a masculine card set, the Maritime Moments Kit. So we haven't forgotten about the boys, so I'm just going to fix that camera. It is a lovely set. It's an all-inclusive set, so we have all the stuff you need, plus we get a grey granite ink spot, some twine, tear and tape, a block, some dimensionals, and some glue dots. And also we get a stamp set. So we've got a nice little stamp set here. So I'll just show you. It comes in different languages, but we're only interested in the, so we've got all these, so we're looking forward to doing that one. Okay, and it will all be in grey granite. So let's pull out, see what number one is. They're very easy instructions. You just follow the guide. So we're going to be using this cardstock, going to be using a lighthouse stamp, and we're going to stamp it on to a main part. So it's this card here. We're going to stamp it on here, and then we're going to put some dimensionals. You can see that we need the tear and tape for here, tear and tape here, the coral. I'll just bring it, oops, just bring all the bits. I've prepped most of it. We've got some coral. Aren't they beautiful colours? It's going to be lovely. And we've already got a sentiments already done, so we don't have to do that. So we're really just doing a background stamp, background stamping. So let's get and do that. So oops, just putting that there so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we'll just get our bits over here. It's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And we've got some check and our bits there. So we're just going to crease our cards, get them nice sharp. So all you need really is some scissors and some to cut the twine and a bone folder, and that's basically it. And pray that you stamp okay. No, we'll do it. Okay, it's not going to be difficult, so I'll put that to the side. So I'm going to bring in my trusty, with using photopolymer, especially when we're using brand new ones. I like this piecing mat. It just cushions what we've got for the stamping. So get the grey granite out. I'm just using my big one. It's just easier for me. And now I'll just pick up a hair. Did I get a hair on that? I think I got it. Right, I'll just check. I'm just going to get a bit of scrap because I just found a hair. It's stamping all right, so that's good. So I must have got it. The hair must be falling out. Okay, so what we're going to do is going to put this, we're going to stamp the image along here. Okay, so it's perfectly fitted, you can see there. And if we can line it up like that, we've got it. The whole stamp doesn't go on, so that's all right. And there you are, we've got that. I'll just do that again. And because I'm stamping off, I've got a little bit of the stamp image there. That's why I use the plastic, or you can use paper and wrap it. I've seen that being done. But I just easy get my cloth and just wipe it so it's done. Okay, that is the stamping for this card. So that wasn't too difficult, was it? So we'll just move that out of the road until the next one. Okay, so we've got these, and we need to put some dimensionals on the back of these ones. I didn't do that beforehand because we were stamping and we wouldn't have got an even stamp. So I'm just going to move some of this stuff out of the road that I don't need. Okay, I showed you all that. Right, now dimensionals. Okay, they've given us the mini dimensionals, but I've got so many, as you know. I'm just going to use the big ones here. It's whatever you've got, and the kit gives you enough, so use what the kit has. I'm just trying to use up all the vacant sheets I've got. I've got so many, as I told you. Remember when I was doing all the crafting and then I just kept losing them, and I opened a new packet just to save time. Now I'm clearing that up. Okay, so that's done. Right, now we are going to get our cards. We'll do the two, because you get two of each of 3 designs for this one. And we need this blue, and what we've done is we've put the tear and tape on. We're going to get tear and tape. I'm going to get the bone folder, and it's got a bit of a bubble in it, so just make sure it is down nice and firm. That's the secret to tear and tape, is to have it nice and firm. Oops. Oh, sorry about that. That was all the boxes of kits just falling that I've opened up. What we've done previously. I haven't put them away yet. Okay, so we've got those peeled back, and we're going to bring that in, and just about there and up a bit. Yeah, just even there. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do the same for this one. Just see how easy it is once you've got it firmly on. And I forget, you know, when you're doing strips of paper, this is probably the best thing, and then putting glue everywhere. If you're anything like me, I get glue everywhere. I am such a messy stamper. Okay, so now this will go here. So that's what we're doing now. Just take the backings off. And we are going to put that with a bit showing like that. Perfect. Do the same for this one. The mornings have been so good, getting up early and getting all these done. It's been quite nice, actually. The mornings are getting nicer and nicer. And I waited so the garbage truck didn't interfere. Okay, so we've got tear and tape on these ones, so we're just going to do the same. Make sure it's on nicely, and just my pick tool, I'm just going to peel that off. Peel that one off. Okay, and we are going to put that just down a little bit and off. So we're just going to see that we are just going to be down there a bit like that. Yeah, like that. I'm just going to get rid of these strips that are annoying me. Okay. I'll need them. That's what's fallen. The glue dots. Okay. So now the next piece we're going to do is these. And lucky I just found my glue dots. They're the things that just fell off the desk. And I'm running low. With doing all these projects, I've used a lot of glue dots. You get lots. So we're going to put one there, one there, and one sort of in there. Just squish it up a bit. Okay, and we're going to stick that. It's going to be like that on the card. And do the same thing. I'm going to put that over here. Now these are so pretty. I shouldn't say pretty, masculine. They are. They just, look at the colours. They're just so beautiful. I know the males in my life will like them. And we're just going to put that sort of like that on top. How cool is that? See how they're doing clusters? I love the clusters. I'm starting to do more of that in my own stamping. So there you are. That's the first card done. Isn't that good? Got two male cards done. Now number 2. Oops. Have a look. We're doing this colour. The like a Cajun craze sort of colour. We've got anchors. I did already tie the knots on that because the hole is quite small and you didn't want to see me struggling. So we have to stamp, so we haven't put that on. We've got the sentiment, and we're going to put we've got an image of the boat, you can see here, but we're going to also put another image on top of that one. So we've got a bit of stamping. We've got stamping here and stamping there to do for this one. So we'll get our stamps out. I'll just clean this one off, and we'll get. I use the Stampin' Mist. It's really good, and I do have the scrub, but I'm just going to use this. And I have got the chamois. I've got all of it, and this is the one I'm using. Okay, so we'll take that off. And put that back in here so we don't lose it. And the first one, we'll do the first one. We'll do this one. It's going to be at an end. So we'll get that one done. Okay, and it's going to go that way when we stamp. Let's have a look at what we've got. As I said, we've got the colours Here's the yachts. I'll put that up there. The anchors. I don't know if you can see how little the hole is, though. They're small. I have my glasses on too, so they're not very small. And then you've got To a Great Guy. These are, you know, can be birthday cards, or they could be just giving them to some, you know, to a male in your family, or even a female who likes to yacht. You know, we live in Australia. Doesn't mean that, you know, women don't sail. Great female sailors. Okay, so we've used the bone folder, got that nice and crisp. Now we're going to get our images, and we're going to make sure this part is down, and we're just going to stamp sort of there, coming down there a bit and up. So it's about there we're going to stamp. Get our ink out and we'll get that done. Make sure you get it nicely stamped. And get photos. Yeah, I've committed. Yeah, that looks good. I'll do this one. Even though I'm not using the piecing mat, it's still working good for this one. There we are. Okay, now I'm just going to clean this one off. And put that one back. And we're going to get the sailboat. There. I always put them on, and this is what this studio mat, this glass studio mat's really good for. It's all gridded. I just put it on here, okay, let it relax, then put my stamping block on like that, okay, and now we are going to stamp, and it doesn't matter that we get some of this in the, we're going to put that here. It doesn't matter, we're stamping on the sailboat, okay, and that's where it's telling us to do it. I'll show you the image in a minute, and I'm just going to do that same thing again. Okay, I'll just clean that off for the next stamp, for the next card. Okay. I've just not made a mistake. See, it comes there. Okay. So now we are going to put dimensionals on here. Get all my dimensionals. I hope you're enjoying this series of all these kits. I have absolutely had a ball doing this with you guys. I've been wanting to do all these kits for ages, and I thought, why not? We've got most of our Christmas, I'm having a little Christmas break, but I have got Christmas cards coming, sort of thing. You can get over having Christmas cards all the time, and it's nice to have a break from them. You know, I love Christmas cards. I hope you've gone to my blog and had a look, because there's lots of cards coming up there. I'm blogging every day. I don't know what I've done there. I've put that up too close, so I'll just put a couple more here. Doesn't matter because they're the ends. Okay, so now we're just going to put this on here. So you'll see more cards, more designs, and that's sort of from there. Plus you can go to my shop if you live in Australia and you shop through me. I'd really appreciate it. And we're just going to place that in here, like so. And we're just going to take the next lot off. And also, if you live in Australia and you don't have an active demonstrator, I'd be happy to help you out. And I am starting to finalise my orders for the January to April mini catalogue. So please get in early so you can get them. Okay, so we're just going to put this one on top of here. Okay, and see, you don't see that stamped image. I'm going to touch the other. I'm going to put this one on here. Just cover it up. Oops. Yeah, that's quite good because it gives it a bit of a dimension. And now we are going to put our sentiment on, and we're going to put that right in the center, just like that. And we're going to get our anchor and our string, and we'll cut that off in a minute. And we're just going to place that sort of there. Oops, a little bit up, just about there, and that just free flows there. So that card's done. Just going to do the same. Over it go. And we're just going to put that just the same. Yeah. And we're just going to trim the ends off. Maybe I've done my loops a bit too big, but that's all right, that hangs down. So there you are, that's number 2 done. They're great cards, aren't they? Okay, I'm happy I've got some nail cards. Now this one. It's beautiful colours here. They're so vibrant and greens. We've got these here, we've had to put tear and tape. That's the tape sign. That's telling you to fold the card and which direction it goes. We're going to have some birds, so there'll be seagulls, I'd say. We're going to put that on here. And we are, I've made a error. It's all right. And we've got some pelicans. I've got a funny story. We're in Wagga and we saw a little kid, and the pelicans were on pelicans were on a post like that, and a little kid goes, "Oh look, Mum, look at the kookaburras." So when we see them now, we go, "Oh, there's the kookaburra." So funny. Anyway, so that's the end card. So let's get going. So when I see pelicans now, I love pelicans, that I always think, oh, they're kookaburras. I know they're not. It's just this little kid thought they were kookaburras. Just so funny. You notice how some things just tickle your fancy? I was in Wagga there, big lake. there. So we've got that done. First of all, we're going to do some stamping and see if we can get this, because I've already put the things on there. Not a go. Got too excited. I didn't see the birds. That's what's the problem. Okay, so we're going to put the boat there, and we're going to get the seagulls. We're just going to do the same thing and put them and get grey granite. And they just, oops. And we're just going to have them flying like that. I hope that works. They're not great. Okay. So don't put your dimensionals on first. There you are. Got that one. I pressed a bit harder. Okay. And we've wrapped some twine around the pylon that the pelican is on. And at least at Kookaburra. I don't want to confuse you. Okay. Next is these. So we're going to have turning the card this way, and we've got the 3 strips to go here. I think that's really clever, considering that, you know, you have a lot of woodwork on it, and this is all embossed. If you, I don't know if you can see it in the light, but it's all nicely embossed. It's really pretty. Okay, so how I like to do this is we go where you want to have it. Then we get the next one. See, when you don't check, it catches and that, so always make sure it's down, because you lift the glue up as well. That's not what we want. I ran out of tear and tape there. Okay, so we're going to have this one about there, about the even. So we want them to be even top and bottom. And now the bottom one, I'm just going to check that. And we're just going to maneuver that one to make that as even as we can. And then we've got that done. So we'll just go on to this one. It's just gorgeous paper. I'm just doing the bone folder trick. Get my pick tool. And we're going to put that not quite there, touched. Try and hover. This is a bit hard from me. I'm a long way away from the card. What's going on here? Where's that tab? I'm just going to make that even, get the sides, what to think about. Okay, we've got that done. Now, buried in the rubbish there, we're going to put these on. So we're just taking the dimensionals off. And we're going to put that sort of to the side. There. I'm going to do about the same. Okay. Next we've got our pelican. They said to tie a bow there, but I just used tear and tape, it was easier. Get that off. Okay, and now we're just going to put that sort of there. Making a statement, isn't he? Put them straight up there. Now we've got these, and we put the dimensionals on the right hand side, and they said to put it on there. Okay, I think it's meant to go the other way. What did you have? That's going to stick up too much. No, they've got it back to, look, you can see they've done it there, but that doesn't fit because we've got dimensions there, and you're going to put dimensions that's going to stick up. So I'm going to put them on the other side and see how that looks. And have that loose and have that. I like that better. Yeah, I think they've got that one a bit confused. They've got it on the back, so I don't know. So we're going to do it on the left hand side, so then it's on the right hand side when we do it. And we're just going to put it there, and we're done. So we've got the pelicans, best wishes for a perfect day, and we've got these. So you got 6 beautiful male cards, and we've got beautiful envelopes to go. Look at them, and they're gorgeous. Okay, so I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for giving me the thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and for sharing and subscribing and going to my blog. Thank you so much. I don't ask much, do I? I'm not asking much. So have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.